Hi, Mr. Dozier. This is Sarah and her response to the sociological imagination video. Fair warning, I am dog sitting two dogs. I had to kick the German short hair pointer out because this is now my fourth time recording this and I am going crazy because he will not stop being annoying. Oh! Example A. Just knocked on the door. And there's another dog too. His name is Charles. He's pretty chill. He's a lab. He's just lying on the couch staring at me as I read out my script. I would say I wrote it all to give me direction into what I'm going to say. So apologies for the GSP that's in the other room. Trust me, I'm going crazy about it. I have to get this done and over with because I'm up here. Anyways, big idea. First question, this is my answer to. So, the sociological imagination is a concept that sociologist C. Wright Mills introduced in 1959. Sociological imagination refers to the ability to see the relationship between individual experiences and a large societal force. This perspective allows people to understand how personal issues such as unemployment or health problems are often influenced by bigger societal factors like economic conditions or cultural norms. The sociological imagination encourages people to think critically about their lives and the world around them. Instead of viewing personal troubles as isolated incidents, it allows for an exploration of how these troubles are connected to larger social structures and historical contexts. By applying sociological imagination, one can gain insight into social issues and recognize the interconnectedness of personal and societal experiences. To answer the second question, the biggest institutions that really shaped who I am today would have to be the education institution and the religious institution. For me, I am very privileged to have grown up in an area with a high regard for a quality education for every child there that lived in that area, So I feel like I was able to develop critical thinking skills and a curiosity to want to learn more and find a deeper reason of why things happen and why things are the way that they are and all of these fun things. So in turn, my education has opened the door for me to find deeper meanings and to both think objectively and emotionally. Attending college and taking philosophy classes, anthropology classes, and sociology classes has allowed me to gain a deeper understanding on big moral issues and problems in interactions and all human things, and gain a deeper understanding of the world around me and giving me these tools to be able to think critically and to be able to participate educatedly in my society around me. I'm very fortunate for it, like crazy. And I feel very fulfilled in that part of my life. Another social institution that has helped shape who I am today was a religious institution. I was a child who fortunately grew up in a great church that taught me good morals and how to treat others with respect, love, and to find understanding between each other without judgment. My religion has given me the ability to find comfort and strength and peace in times that I thought I would simply not make it through. During COVID, it was my freshman year of high school, lots of hormones, lots of things going on in my brain, like crazy. I found it extremely hard to find reasons to keep going in life. My community that I had around me, the friends, the family, the older mentors in my life, I felt that I was easily able to see beforehand and to connect with face to face, which is something that I deeply appreciate and deeply love, is social interaction between people. And being separated from that and being at such a young age, it left me very confused and hurt and not in a great mental space, to be quite honest. I'm still working off the repercussions and like the issues that COVID has caused, the mental issues, the physical issues of, turning to food as a way to cope with this huge societal impact, and how religion has helped me through COVID. It gave me hope, and reading my Bible and like calling my religious leaders and mentors that have amazing insight into working through issues that were hard. And at the time, home life and my parents were not in the best marital state. And yeah, sorry for the pause there. GSP went crazy over people walking by. Crazy. Never thought that would happen. I was being very sarcastic there. But COVID, family life sucked. And religion helped me through that. So even with my religion, have also been able to provide useful insight into my loved ones' troubles and hardships, and that in turn provided me with a trusted position with the people in my life. Sorry, I just saw the dog up in the corner. That threw me off. I'm so sorry. But providing useful insight and spiritual insight into my loved one's life during that time, or during any time actually, I feel has given me a trusted position in carrying their burdens along with them. Now, to put the education and religious institutions into a historical context, I would say that they have played major roles in building today's society. In America, the education system highly favored white males because they were seen as the people who needed it. At the time, America, that was literally all who could get an education. But as time went on, movements like the feminist movement of 1960 and the 70s, that helped pave a way for a girl like me to be able to obtain a higher education and pursue a future that wouldn't have been possible even 100 years ago. As far as how religious institutions have shaped America, and to shape the society to allow a girl like me to be able to praise my Lord how I'd like, took many reformations. Back in the day, the Protestant Reformation, and how they split from the Church of England and decided to worship God in a different way that the Catholics did not like. And that Reformation has helped pave the way for modern day churches, of which I attend. So yeah. The third and final question In the next 10 years, the two most important decisions I feel that I'll face is where I'll be going to college and where I'll be going to college to pursue my career, and who I will be marrying. How the religious institution the next 10 years will affect my decision for choosing my college would be by encouraging me or women to pursue a higher education as a pathway to become more personally and spiritually developed. This institution would allow me to gain education to help me understand the scriptures better and to critically think about the religion that I'm following. Because honestly, if I couldn't read and I had to rely on a man to tell me what the heck this religion is about, I don't know. I would choose Christianity or my religion or whatever, So the pursuit of knowledge, I also think that the educational institution would say the same thing about pursuing a higher education. The pursuit of knowledge is one of the greatest feats someone could do. And I feel like the educational institution would want to push someone like me to do that, to pursue education. But as far as who I'd be marrying, the two institutions could pretty much vary. The religious institution, I feel there are many different sides, but speaking in a Christian context, like huge Christian umbrella, I feel like there are kind of two sides to it. There's more of a liberal side where LGBTQ is more accepted, and there's a more traditional and conservative view of religion and Christianity, and whereas same-sex marriage is not okay. On the conservative traditional side, I feel that side of the institution would push lost my place. That side of the institution would probably go against my choice to marry in the same sex. This would not only hurt me, but it would continue to hurt the ones who choose to love without bounds, as they always have. Socially speaking, the LGBTQ community would continue to push, I feel, for recognition or acceptance from that side of the religious institution. And this non-acceptance for this community would probably influence me or others to turn away from organized religion, because they wouldn't allow or accept people like me to get married to the person I love just because a book or deity says that it is not right. And lastly, the educational institution in my choice to marry the same sex can vary in influence. There are two very clear sides to education, I feel, as religion in the past, and what I've spoken about. There's a very liberal view and a religious conservative side to education. Traditional side, I would say. The liberal education system can promote inclusivity and acceptance of diverse sexual orientations, in turn creating a supportive environment where women can feel free to openly feel more comfortable in their relationships. On the flip side, the institution also holds traditional views that don't support LGBTQ rights. And this might create fear or pressure around same-sex relationships, potentially leading women to suppress their true feelings. And with all of this being said, about these social institutions, these two institutions having an impact on women and me gaining a higher education and being a part of the LGBTQ community. It greatly plays a role in who I am going to marry and decide to marry, because in my eyes, having a higher education or an education in general allows me to see different perspectives on so many different things, and for me to think for myself and to not rely on what other people, what other men, what other institution or influence that influences a society wants us to think. I want to be able to think for myself, and that may just be me, but I know there are some other people that also want to think for themselves. And I'm very fortunate that these two big social institutions have, I think, formed me in a great trajectory of being able to have good morals and to find hope, peace, and comfort in times where it is very hard, and to also find different perspectives and make my own opinions and make my own decisions based on those perspectives, and to hopefully be a positive influence for other people and to be a positive impact on the community around me. And I am so very grateful for where I have been placed, and I hope I didn't ramble on too much these 17 minutes. Thank you for listening, and thank you for having me in your class. You were a great teacher, and yeah, thank you so much.